lost in the echo of words unspoken, tears in the silence, broken and fleeting. Why do the ones we need bring us pain? Love I gave freely, now just a strain. I lose myself while searching for your light. Someone else can't make these wrongs feel right. Lost in the echo of words unspoken, tears in the silence, broken and fleeting. Why do the ones we need bring us pain? Love I gave freely, now just a strain. I lose myself while searching for your light. Someone else can't make these wrongs feel right. Lost in the echo of words unspoken, tears in the silence, broken and fleeting. Why do the ones we need bring us pain? Love I gave freely, now just a strain. I lose myself while searching for your light. Someone else can't make these wrongs feel right. Lost in the echo of words unspoken, tears in the silence, broken and fleeting. Why do the ones we need bring us pain? Love I gave freely, now just a strain.
Sitting here, the challenges that you faced after your accident at the age of 11, and both how it affected you personally and of course as an athlete. So take us through your journey a little bit yourself.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. Sorry I'm having a bad throat today. Um, Life, it has a lot of unexpected twists and you don't know when what's going to happen. I was just 10, 11-year old when our whole family met with a car accident. And after that, being a kid who's running, dancing, going around, and suddenly you are completely on the bed and you don't know how to go ahead with your life. It kind of changed my mindset, also changed me completely. Living your life totally on a wheelchair, you have to learn a lot of new things, how to go outside, how to face the world. It brought a lot of sadness, anger, anxiety, and all of those things. Physically, there were a lot of issues, but mentally, it was very exhausting because you don't know what's there in future for you. Sometimes you don't even want to think about it, how it's going to be. Sometimes you think why it's with me, why God has chosen me to be, in this misery and all. But the only thing that kept me going and helped me through all of these things were definitely my family. They played a huge, huge role, and they just said that now, you know, visually we can see that you have changed, but inside you're still the same Abdul Lekha that was there. And you can still do the things that you set your mind onto it. And they kind of pushed me to, living a normal as possible life. I can join the school. They even pushed me in sports, and in 2015, I started shooting. And when I went there for the first time, I was so nervous. I was like, how can I do this sitting on a wheelchair? How can I even hold a rifle that is 5, 6 kgs? Like, I'm not capable of doing that. I was shivering. I was so nervous. But most of it was because I thought that people are going to judge me, because you don't see a lot of people sitting and shooting good tens. So that was something that people are going to judge me, make fun of me. But there were times that I wanted to give up shooting too. But shot by shot, process by process, I was like, okay, let's continue doing it. And eventually I kind of fell in love with shooting, kind of fell in love with Personally, when I went there to Tokyo, it was just for the experience because you never see those much people like you know you. But when I went there, I felt like home. I felt like there's so many people with different kind of disabilities, and they're living their life. Even better than me, even better than a lot of people that I know, and that kind of inspired me. And when I went there, when I won the medal, I was at this podium. I really, the only thought that came up to my mind was that your circumstances does not define you. You know, it's what you do with it. It's how you come out of it. That is how it should be. You know, for you to be, just don't think about how your life is, what you're capable of doing, what you're not capable of doing, because if you only think that you're not capable of doing, how will I give it to you?
Absolutely, and it's lucky for us and the country that you decided to tell yourself these wonderful things. I just wanted to ask you, what is that one thing that kept you going? Like, what is the one thing you kept telling yourself that, to overcome whatever it is that was being thrown at you? Because it's not like you didn't know a life without disability. You did. So what did you tell yourself again and again to keep going?
I will not say that it was all good every day I was fully motivated, I was always happy, and when people say that the first thing you should do is accept what has happened to you, it is not easy to accept.
It's really difficult. I mean, it's easier said than done, right? It's easy for people to say.
Definitely, and even when you go out and people say it's okay, move on and all that. For once you think okay, one day it is okay, but then again you have to start from zero. You have to stand in front of the mirror and you have to say to yourself that yes, you are worthy. You are worthy of whatever you have, whatever you are going to achieve, and your achievements also does not define you. Because when I won the gold medal, it was not like okay, now I'm the best. I've achieved everything. Sometimes there's still this emptiness inside you that nothing, no achievement can fulfill other than you believing in yourself that I am a whole person, and I don't need my achievements does not define me. It is who I was. That's why I got those achievements.
Amazing. Wow, there's so much to learn from what she's just said. I mean, even for those of us who are not dealing with this, these are words that have come out of deep experience, and we appreciate that you're sharing them with us. Shrikant, I'm going to come to you next. Your personal life experiences, of course, everyone knows about. They've been brought to the big screen by the film Shrikant. How many of you have seen the film? You have, right? Most of us have enjoyed it, liked it, got motivated by it.
Yeah, please. Just ask it.
राणा सर, सबसे पहले जो इनिशिएटिव लिया है फ्यूचर जनरली में, क्या कहना चाहेंगे उस इनिशिएटिव के बारे में? कितना इम्पोर्टेंट इनिशिएटिव है और कितना मोटिवेट करेगा लोगों को?
First, sir, I think just an organization of this scale doing something like this, and the fact that 1% of their entire workforce is now in such an inclusion manner, I think it's a huge step forward. Inside this forum, we spoke about empathy over sympathy, and I think future Generali is leading by example.
Tell us about your experience meeting Avni, Shrikant and others.
Well, it's such a humbling experience where I think it's just a large motivation day for me today, just by meeting these people and seeing where they've pursued in life. That's really what it is. It's just a big deal.
Any message you'd like to convey to the other audience who are watching you?
Well, be aware, understand that everyone's story is different. If there is something that God has given as a challenge, it's people are overcoming it, and do your part to help.
And tell us about your association with Future Generali.
Well, as soon as they came to me, and this was the first time I actually spoke to any large platform in some manner about health issues and others. But I'm just the fact that they're opening up dialogue is such a huge part.
What do you say about Anugrah, this initiative for this thing? Has it been a major role for this initiative?
Well, like I said, this initiative is something that hugely inspires a lot of people, and I hope the media kind of takes it to more and more organizations and makes it a normalcy.
Shrikant was cracking a joke that you will be producing and directing his movie.
Sure, why not? If it's in Telugu, why not? Thank you so much.
पहले जो फ्यूचर जनरली ने जो इनिशिएटिव लिया है, कितना इम्पोर्टेंट इम्पोर्टेंट इनिशिएटिव है जितने भी लोग हैं जो अच्छा करना चाहते हैं मोटिवेट करने के लिए कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है ये इनिशिएटिव?
I think जो फ्यूचर जनरल इंश्योरेंस ने करके दिखाया है हमको, एंड टुडे दे हैव शोन दैट नथिंग इज़ इम्पॉसिबल. क्योंकि 10 साल के पहले मैंने लोगों के लिए कॉरपोरेट्स में जॉब लगाने के लिए बहुत कोशिश किया था थ्रू और NGO, बट नो कॉरपोरेट वाज विलिंग टू hire people with various disabilities for several reasons. Either they don't know how to handle them, or they cannot create any extra facilities or whatsoever. And what people doesn't understand is people with disabilities doesn't require special facilities. They only require a mindset change and a perception change. And that is the difference between all the other companies out there and Future Generali Insurance. These people here has a different mindset to view people with disabilities as productive workforce rather than viewing them with the angle of sympathy and turning them away. So I really congratulate the entire team for such humongous effort in making their DEI as core initiative of their business. We can simply talk about CSR or diversity, equity and inclusion on the face of it, but we don't implement. Most companies doesn't implement, but Future Generali is actually leading the way in showing us how this has to be done and how their business outcome can be increased by increasing the percentage of people with disabilities in their workforce.
Tell us about your association and how you are associated.
I am very happy to be one of their chief guests for the event today, for the book launch that we did along with my other guests, and I'm above everything, the amount of dedication Future Generali has towards people with disabilities is quite good, and it is very, very impressive. So we have to appreciate the entire team who are behind this and doing this to inspire all the other corporates to follow the same footsteps.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So this way.
Thank you. Tell us about the thought behind this initiative and tell us about your association with Rana and Shrikant sir and Avni. You have to see the camera.
Okay, I have to see the camera. Well, I mean, look, let's understand, let's appreciate the fact that, doing business in India is a privilege. It puts you in a position of privilege. I think being able to lead a company is a privilege. I think a lot of people are in a position to do something for society, be it celebrities, be it movie stars, be it sports people. I think they've used their privilege wisely. I think all of us have societal responsibilities. I think it's an opportunity for us as an organization to build people who represent various communities, various aspects of society, for solutions which can actually represent in every single member of the larger communities that we hope to serve.
Sir, do you think after this initiative, the other people will motivate and the higher the more they will hire more people?
I certainly hope so, because in my opinion, in case you want to provide genuine solutions encompassing every single part of society, in case you want to do that, you need representation within your company. I think the quality of the services or goods you provide improves because you have better representation and more diversity in your views, more inputs coming your way. So I think it definitely makes sense for people to do that.
So we have biggest example, Avni, Shrikant sir. Do you think people will look at them and come forward to showcase their talent in the various fields?
I certainly hope so. I think people from the disabled community need a platform, need an opportunity, and then so that they can do their best. I think even in our company we have seen that people with disabilities have done very well. It's not that the productivity is any different for people compared to people with who are completely able, in case I can use that term. I think what they require is a platform and an opportunity for them to be able to contribute. I think that's what they're looking for.
Everyone is welcome is your message. What do you mean by that to people?
Well, we are saying at Future Generali, everyone's welcome. I mean, irrespective of who you are, where you come from, what your abilities are, what your supposed lack of abilities are, what communities you come from, what your orientation is, what your belief system is. It does not matter. We provide a room for everyone, and we welcome that because I think it makes us a better company at the end of the day.
And also, there are a lot of hidden disabled people out here. And are you in a way that you select those people and sponsor or support them, like what you're doing right now?
Sorry, say that again.
So there are so many people, like since you have taken the initiative of supporting disabled, there are so many hidden people that they are unnoticed. Is there anything that you do that for those people also?
So we work with a lot of NGOs so that we can get a funnel of people who are differently able or who are marginalized who can work with us. So I think all we can do is to make sure that we try and create opportunities for the people we are exposed to. And we try and get that through NGOs because we ourselves as a company will have limitations in doing that. So hopefully, yes, we'll get wider and wider exposure to those people and therefore a larger opportunity to hire some of them.
Any message you would like to convey to the audience, the able people and disabled people?
No, well, all I can say is that I think, and I've said that on stage, that I think we are conscious about the privilege, economic privileges some of us might have. Privileges, I mean, a lot of success in life is also a question of accident of birth. And you win the genetic lottery, you're born in the right family, you get the right opportunities, you go to the right school, you get the right exposure, you do well. And it's not just economic privilege. Some privileges could just be that you're able-bodied, and then you can use facilities and public goods which may not be accessible to other people. It's also about orientation. I mean, when I grew up in the 90s, largely you were lucky to be male over a female. Thankfully, less of a case today. You were luckier to be heterosexual than homosexual. Thankfully, again, that's less of a case today. But then privileges come in various forms, and I think let's be conscious about it, and let's use our genetic lottery wisely. Let's spread the winnings of the lottery to people who are less fortunate and less able than us. Thank you.
As you say that like in corporate house, don't you think that there are many more corporate houses that should come forward like you have done it?
I'm sure a lot of corporate organizations do that. It's for them to do it. I can't comment on that. But I'm sure that I would say that there are a lot of corporate entities in India whose heart actually is obviously in the right place, and they try and do a lot for the society at large. Not just a different label, but then they do take up a lot of causes.
Thanks for your appreciate your initiative for.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
What's next in this journey?
What would you like to see next in the journey? Let me ask you.
You have already achieved 1%. What's your next?
Look, I think getting to that 1% was difficult. I mean, if I remember right, I think the number was 4 about 3-4 years back. Last year we got to a number of 22, and then I said that let's get to 1%, which is about close to the 40 number that we have today. My dream really is that over the next 5-6 years, maybe longer, maybe shorter, I would like to see people at the CXO level, business heads, actually be from this community. Right now we have people who are in lower and mid management. I mean, I would like to see, our organization be able to build some of these people to take leadership positions in the company. That's my dream.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.